So what is your expectation for this evening? I want to read that in the chat. What is your expectation? How do you write expectation? Only if I knew how to write. Okay. I don't even if I typed it right, but I put it in the chat. Let me know what is your expectation for this evening. If you're joining us and you're having trouble with the audio, let me put this on the chat. Oh, I need to mute here to reduce the echoing. So if you have challenges with audio, join the you can join the YouTube stream. There it goes. Hopefully I got it correct. And if you're on YouTube, let me know that you can hear me. You can follow through and we are good to go. Good. So give me at least some feedback. Are you able to hear me? Can you hear me? Is the audio okay? Is the video okay? Though I'm sure you might not see me very clearly because I have, I'm using my light here. And yes, thank you very much. I can see people now starting putting it there. Someone with techno. By the time this session ends, I'm expecting to be full or partially equipped fully with the ways of making a six-figure salary. Thank you very much. Techno, if you can change to your name, it would be much better. I can see Tuo saying, yeah, you can hear me. Thank you very much for the feedback. If you're on YouTube, just let me know if you can hear me. We are good to go. Then let me check the time. I like keeping time. So according to my clock, yeah, we have about 5 minutes to go. So I want to engage with you in the next 5 minutes as we wait for more people to join us because they will be coming in the course of the time. I always said it's 7:30. Hopefully that electricity will be back. Thank you very much for your feedback. Let me know what is your expectation for this evening. Mary, I think you're among the first people to come in. Also, Joanne one. Is Joanne still here? Yeah, Mr. Hulet, karibu sana. I can see your hand is up. Drop in the chat. Let me know what is your expectation. Abigail, you're here. Someone guessed. They can't hear me. There's a challenge with sound there. Janet, karibu sana. Oh yeah, Janet, we had talked on phone. We are here to learn how do you get to that six-figure salary. Mary, Kenya, I'm here. I can see you. Sylvan, karibu sana. Kevin, you're very much welcome. Milka Mutua. Oh, Milka coming in. I think she cannot yet hear. So if someone has a problem with sound, you can follow. Join the YouTube stream. I've posted it there. Mr. Haule from Tanzania, I expect to gain knowledge about working with international organizations like the UN. You are in the right place. And I'm so happy sometimes when we are able to reach people way beyond our borders. Welcome very much, Mr. Haule, all the way in Tanzania. I'm here in Nairobi, Kenya, serving you. And yes, you will learn how do you get to this international organization, because I know that is a dream for many. I know that is a dream for many to be able to work in the United Nations. So if you're on YouTube and you can hear me, I would appreciate if you are able to just drop me some thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me. Everything is okay. Just drop that in the chat. Oh, Paul Luchiri, I can hear you. Yes, I saw your message. I was to call you, but I got held up. But Paul Luchiri, yes, the conversation is still on. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I'll respond to that. I can see 2 hands are up. I might not be able to let you chat here, but drop it in the chat. Say something in the chat, yeah? Janet, karibu sana. I think, Janet, you're joining us all the way from Turkana, right? We talked with you in the course of the day, and I'm happy to know that, yeah, we're having impact all the way to Turkana. More people still joining us. I can see people, some people here are having challenges with audio. Let me put that in the chat again. If you can't hear us, you have challenge, check this link. Join us on YouTube. Sometimes it's even easier to follow YouTube. Jerry, Sarah on YouTube, you're saying, I want to learn how to apply and ace a government job, 6-figure salary. Great. Government jobs, yeah, you can still use the same techniques that I'm going to give you, though they are not the best when it comes to the salary, but you can still be able to maximize using some of the techniques that I am going to share with you. So great to have you, great to have you there. Share the conversation, especially if you're on YouTube. Like, give it some thumbs up, put a comment, so that's the only way I can know that you are there. That's the only way I can know you are there. So when I check my clock, yeah, less than a minute to go. I think 1 minute 50 seconds. Oh, there we go. We will be starting shortly, and whoever will be here by that time, we kickstart. I like keeping time. I like respecting your time and the fact that you have decided, yes, to join us this evening. Mary, your expectation. Know what it takes to get a job with a 6-figure salary. You will get to know that. I'm happy. And the good thing is, when you're sharing your expectation, I am able to let you know if that will be met or not. Yeah. And from those that I've already seen, all of you, you're going to get all your expectations met. Mary, hang on it there. Tell any person who's going to disturb you, let them not disturb you in the next 1 hour and a half. I am going to even rush it faster because I don't know how much my laptop will be able to hold the power. And yes, as I told you, I am doing this on, we don't have power wherever I am. Yeah. So I would like also to know your feedback. Thank you very much, William Gerenge, joining us on YouTube, saying hello. Hello to you. What is your expectation this evening? What would you like to learn? I will be very, very happy to know that. Yeah. And as always, I tell you, I like keeping time. Time is one of the greatest resource that you need to have and know how to manage. And once you know the secret to time, you can see we are only 21 seconds to go. And I can see more people joining us. So let me do a very quick roll call over here to those people who have joined us. Let me check who is here. Oh, more people. Abigail, Dishon, there's Fatuo, there's Geoffrey, there's Hiribai. Okay, Coben is here. There's Kevin, Phyllis, Techno, there's Felix. Oh, our time is up. Our time is up. Let's get started. Let's get started. I'm very happy that, yeah, most of us have been able to join. I will be mentioning Lensa. I can see you have joined. Karibu Sana. If you're having any challenges with audio, there we go. I've put in a link so that you can be able to follow us. Lensa, we had talked during the day. Faith, I can see there's Daniel, there's Mary, there is Comment, there's Janet, Geoffrey, Abigail, Joanne, you are the first one actually to show up. Karibu Sana, I can see you're back. So let me get started. Yeah, let's not take too much time. We are here to learn how do you get to that 6-figure salary, even if you don't have a degree or master's. And I'm not saying a degree is bad. I'm not saying a master's is bad. If you don't have them, it does not mean that you don't have any chances of progressing to get to that 6-figure salary. And I'll share with you how you do that in this session, right? I'm guessing that for a lot of you, this is probably not the first seminar or training or webinar that you're attending. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed to earn more money in the past, it is not your fault. There's a lot of information out there and it can be confusing. Many times, that information overload keeps you from success, and it's okay. If you have been concerned in the past that you just can't succeed in employment, I want to put those fears to rest. You just need the right person to explain it to you. The society, on the other hand, has perpetuated the message that you need to be an entrepreneur for you to be successful. And if you're an employee, you are kind of a second-hand citizen. That is a big lie. Most people are better off as employees. They are more satisfied. They have higher productivity. The big corporation and the education system wants you to think that you need some fancy college degree to be successful. I'm here to tell you they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think like that, but it is not true. If you have ever thought that the government and the education system wants you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us is that we actually care about your success and truly wants to see you living the life of your dreams. So that is what we are here for. I know you have that dream job which will give you the high satisfaction and utilize your full potential. And so I want to show you how to make that happen during this training session. Are you ready? If you're ready, I want you to drop in the chat and say, yes, I'm ready. So the big question is, are you ready to learn that? Are you ready? I can see Bwana Huale, you're saying from Tanzania, I'm expecting to learn how I would get a chance with the international organization. Welcome very much. Thank you for that. So my question is, are you ready? If you're ready, say yes in the chat. Say yes in the chat. It's going to be a very engaging thing. It's going to be very engaging. Yeah. So I want you to keep engaging with me. Thank you very much. Techno saying yes. Mr. Huale saying yes. Silvana saying yes. Hibari, yes. Joanne, yes. William Gerenge, yes. Give me the Zoom link. That is William on William. Okay, let me just get the Zoom link for you. Where is it? Hopefully I'm able to get it. Or can someone get the, is there a way that I can get it when I'm presenting? It's quite tricky. Okay, I'm seeing the yeses, yes coming in. If there's someone who can get the link and post it in the chat, I would appreciate so that I can put it, someone can be able to follow us. But I'm seeing all the yes coming in. Let's say yes. Geoffrey saying yes. Faith, I can't hear. If you're having problems with the audio, I have put in the link. You can follow us on YouTube. Thank you very much. That is Fatuo, very useful. You are putting the link at the, I love this. So let me just paste it on YouTube so that whoever is there, that is William, can be able to join us on here. That's a good thing about being live, yeah? You are helping people who are here on YouTube, and someone is also here with me on Zoom. They want to join the Zoom call. I know some people will have challenges with the Zoom call. That is why I put it. Oh, thank you very much for being helpful. Okay, and the last question here. Okay, Sylvanas has also posted the link for YouTube. Okay, good. So we are good to go, and people are really engaging. I like people when they are helpful. You're also going to get help from this. So I want you to imagine this as we start this session. If you're in a position, you can close your eyes and imagine this. If not, just take a look and say, you have attended an interview, and at the end of the interview, the hiring manager tells you the 3 magic words. You are hired. You join that organization, you work. 1 month down the line, you receive a pay slip that looks like this. Your basic salary, 180, your house allowance, 50,000, your medical allowance, 250, commuting allowance, 50,000, all this totaling up to 270,000. How would that feel? How would that make you feel? I want you to pause for a moment and just imagine that hitting your bank account. Wouldn't that be great? Yes. So as we continue, I want us first to clarify, what does a 6-figure salary mean to you? I want you to put it in the chat in a line or two, because I have asked this question to so many of my clients and I get so many different answers. And you will be surprised even when you are here. You might think it means the same thing to all of you, but it is so different. Some is about financial freedom, some is about providing to the community or serving their community, some is about investment, some is about providing a good education to their children. In your case, what does a 6-figure salary mean to you? I want you to drop that in the chat. And at the same time, the reason why we are doing this is, if you're not clear on why you're doing it, why are you pursuing this 6-figure salary, it might be a challenge to you to even know why you are pursuing it. So I want you to drop that in the chat. What does a 6-figure salary mean to you? Very quickly, I will be able to read them through. I can see Techno saying, adequacy to meet my own and entire family needs. That is very correct. I wish you can just rename yourself so that I don't keep on calling you Techno Pop 2. Yeah. Mary, you're saying financial breakthrough. Thank you very much. Addition, I don't know because I haven't thought about it in a long time. You need to start thinking about it because that is where it starts. If you put these dreams away of getting this and you pass them and put them and you don't want to follow them, my friend, you will suffer. Unless you bring it to your awareness. Think about it now. Tell me why are you thinking about it at some point? Because you cannot achieve a dream that you put away. And I know most of us have those dreams, but because of life, things get tough. You give up on some dreams. Please don't. I'm here to revive those dreams. I'm here to revive them, and you will get a way through. Phyllis, you're talking about financial freedom. I can see someone else here. Hari Bai. I hope I'm pronouncing it okay. Eradication of poverty among the coastal community. That is David. Oh, I think David is much easier. I'll be calling you David. Thank you. Lance, you're talking about, to me, it means strong financial freedom, breakthrough, and a new phase of life to my family and as a large society. Geoffrey's financial stability. Joy, it's about being able to provide for my family. Monica, it's about financial freedom to achieve my goals and help others. Thank you very much. Comment, having money that you don't have to work anymore. Yes, at that point, yeah, you can be able to accumulate more money so that you don't need to work. Milka, you're talking about financial stability and high self-esteem. Thank you very much. Milka, we were in conversation with you this week. Jerry, you're talking about to enable me invest and have some saving for a rainy day. Yes, you get that all that comes in when you're able to get that six-figure salary. I can see Kevin, you're talking about investment and invest. Janet, it's the salary which will help you to get financial freedom to cater for your family and other needs. Mr. Huale, it's about financial esteem. Okay, I never thought about it that way. Yeah, once you get financial esteem, you know, there's this thing, when you have something in the pocket, you can even make some noise. You get a voice, but when you have nothing, so yeah, I get that. So when I was planning this training, I was targeting two types of people. The first kind of person I wanted to help during this session is a professional who feels that the lack of their degree is the hindrance to their career progression. So if you're here and you're feeling like, yo, I don't have a degree, I wish I had a degree, I would really be doing very well. I'm here to help you. Techno, you're saying sound, I mean volume, please. The volume is not high enough. Is anyone having a challenge with volume? We are okay. Hopefully the audio that makes, but that is just a microphone from my side here. Hopefully you can hear now very well. If not, just you can also switch to the YouTube link. It's much better. And the second kind of person I wanted to help during this session is someone with or without a degree and they are feeling stuck in their career. If you have that feeling of being stuck, you don't know how to progress, I'm here to help you. These two categories of people are the people who are going to get the most out of this session. My goal is to show you the only way to get to that six-figure salary, even without a degree or master's, is by acquiring what I call the Badass Pro skills. Yeah, this Badass Pro, and we'll talk more about that. Hope we get time. And the only way for you to acquire these Badass Pro skills is through Badass Pro, the Badass Pro program. For those who are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Daniel Mutuku. I'm the founder of Career Point Solutions. Over the last 10 years, I've been able to work in that recruitment career advisory, and now I'm a personal and professional development coach. I'm a certified digital marketer, and among many other groups and associations, I'm a very proud member of the League of Young Professionals. I'm an author of 4 books. The first one was Facebook for Profit, how you can easily use Facebook for profit. The second book I published, actually I have some hard copies here, is How the Blueprint for Success, Guaranteed Step to Achieving Anything. Then at the beginning of this year, I was giving these 2 books for free. If you want them, you can get Conquer the Year Ahead, make the next 12 months your best year ever. And I also gave out a guide, the ultimate guide, the ultimate cover letter guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professionals. 2 questions that I want to ask you, and I will do them very quickly. I want you to put 2 yeses if you agree. Will you let me be your coach this evening? If so, say yes in the chat. And the second question I want you to answer me. Will you allow me to tell you the truth, the hard truth, even when you don't want it? So say yes times 2 in the chat to get the most out of this. Yeah, I can see Huale saying yes, Joanne saying yes, Jeffrey saying yes, Peter saying yes, Lance yes, Dishon yes, Spirit yes, Janet, Lance, oh, there are so many coming in. Okay, thank you very much. Everybody is giving me permission to be your coach, and you want me to tell you the truth, because I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to coach you, and that is when you need that hard truth. Faith, thank you very much. Jemima, you're saying yes. Let me check out on YouTube here. More people coming in. Luchiri saying, I have the body working for me long. Thank you. Yes, yes, Jemima. So once you have given me that permission, allow me to tell you and to coach you and to tell you the truth, right? I'm not crazy when I'm telling you that you can be able to be successful even without a degree or master's. These individuals are very successful or are very successful. On my left here, this is the late Bob Coleman. He died at the helm of his career as the CEO of the most successful company, profitable company in East and Central Africa, CEO of Safaricom. Do you know, to the time of his death, he did not have a degree? Here, the second guy here, a very vocal media personality, still earning a lot of money from employment, Maina Kageni. Do you know, to this day, he does not have a degree? Jalango just graduated last year in December. Before that, he had already accumulated a lot of success without a degree. And so, Churchill, I'm not crazy when I'm telling you this can't be done. And I'll show you how. And to do that, let me give you my short job search story. Back in 2009, I cleared school. I started looking for a job. I was lucky. It took me about 1 year in 2010 when I got my first job. However, I'm told from the Bureau of Statistics, yeah, that it takes about 3 to 4, 5 years for a fresh graduate, someone from college, to be able to secure a job. And I really sympathize with those people who stay 3, 4, 5 years without a job. Once I got my job, in the next 1 year, I got over 10 interviews. That is almost an interview every month. But I was not getting these jobs until 2011, when an opportunity came, and I said, I must seize this moment. I look back at all the 10 interviews that I did. What did I do wrong? I asked for feedback. I planned how to go and conquer the interview. And that is when this idea of badass pro skills came in. Because how does it work? Yeah. Normally, you apply to as many jobs as possible. If you're lucky, you're invited for an interview. If they like you, they give you the job. And it might not be your dream job, but because you don't have a job, you don't have the money, you pick the job. But with badass pro skills, these are tried and tested techniques that will give you predictable results each and every time you are looking for a job. Take a look at this email I got from Alexander. He told me, thank you. I attended a career presentation last time. This Monday, I was invited for an interview. I was interviewed for the position of liaison officer, Kenya Airways, and Wednesday this week, I got the job. Look at that. It worked for me. It worked for Alexander. It can equally work for you. My task in the next 30 minutes, actually I'll cut it, 30 minutes. I want to share with you these 2 secrets: how to triumph over more qualified candidates and experienced candidates, and number 2, how to negotiate a 6-figure salary. I want you to tell me in the chat, if we did not have time to do all this, or we only had time to go through 1 secret. Remember, I told you where I am, there's a blackout. Hopefully the computer holds for that long. Yeah. If we didn't have enough time to go through, which one would you really like to know? Is it 1 or 2? Just type in the chat, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. I want to see which one is the most popular one here. Imagine we don't have time for both of them, and you have to pick between 1 or 2. Which one would you go for? Let's play that short game here. I want to see. Okay, Dishon says number 2. Peter says number 2. David says number 2. Phoenix number 2. Lance number 1. Huale number 2. Okay, so far number 2 is winning. Yeah. Jemima wants number 1. Monica wants number 1. Okay, number 1 has decided to pick it up. Janet number 2. Monica number 1. The last vote. Timothy says number 1. Comment number 1. Who are number two again? Okay, anyway, don't worry. I'll go through them very quickly so that we have enough time for both of them, irrespective of the blackout. If we disappear at any one point, don't worry. If we disappear at one point, I will continue recording and I will send you a link to the full recording or a previous recording that I've done. Yeah. So check out your email. You will get the recordings, right? Just giving you some heads up. So secret number one, how do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Now, I want to tell you my story. Remember the job I told you that I had to seize back in 2011. At that point, I was working all the way in Siaya as a computer tutor through the Computer for Schools project. And I got an opportunity. I saw an advert for an ICT teacher in an international school here in Nairobi. And I know, Milka, you want to get to the international school and you're asking about the PGCI. This is for you. I went to that interview, and out of that interview, I was damn sure I was going to get that job. I traveled back to Sierra that evening, and the next day, it was a Saturday. I received a call. I can remember very well around mid-morning, 10, 11. A lady called me and she told me, "Hello, Daniel. We're grateful you came for the interview. I have some good news. We are offering you the job." I almost jumped in the middle of the road out of excitement. But again, that afternoon, something happened, a bit depressing. I received a call from the same number. And this lady told me, "Unfortunately, I'm calling to inform you that we are withdrawing the offer." I got confused. I asked, "Why is that so?" They told me, "Because we are looking for someone who has experience working in an international school, want someone who has some qualification taking students through the IGCSE, that is the British International Curriculum." I had none of those, and yet I was the best candidate. Actually, they took number two because they had the experience. Now, I triumphed over this qualified candidate, an experienced candidate. And how did I do that? I narrow it down to three things. Immediately you go to an interviewing room, you have 3 seconds. And within these 3 seconds, you should be able to showcase these three things. Number one, show them that you are as sharp as a tack, mentally acute, clever, intelligent, mentally alert, eyes on the ball. This should come straight off the bat within the first 3 seconds. Number two, you should show them that you are as enthusiastic as hell, showing and having great excitement and interest in that organization, in that role, and that specific job that you are interviewing for. And number three, you should show them that you are an expert, you are knowledgeable, you have the skills in that area. These three things should come straight off the bat within the first 3 seconds. I'm sure you're wondering, how do I do that? I can be able to do that. I learned how to do that. And these are learnable skills. And you can be able to learn and execute that right away. Take a look at this email I got from Brian. Taught him the same. He was telling me, "Dear Daniel, I'm grateful for your service. I would like to give you feedback. The CV helped me get 5 interviews." Who get 5 interviews in this day and age? 3 finance assistant position and 2 finance officer position. Lucky enough, I managed to secure a finance officer job. I'm starting in January. Find attached the JD to update my CV to a new position. Chef Krui sent me an email telling me, "Dear Daniel, thank you for always sharing how to answer questions in an interview. In the beginning of this year, I secured a job that I have been dreaming, her dream job, to be a registry officer, and now I'm one. Thank you and be blessed." Another happy customer, Jen. "Dear team, thank you guys for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within a few months. I'm happy for the result. My current employer was so pleased by my CV in such a way I cannot explain it. I went for 4 interviews and still emerged the best." This is something that can happen equally to you. Probably you might be asking, how long will it take for me to be good at this? I will tell you this. This is a marketplace. You are paid for the value that you bring to the market. You're paid for being valuable as an individual. It takes time to be of value, but you're not paid for the time. You're paid for the value. What about office politics? I tell you this. Office politics is not going to go anywhere, but I can teach you how you can use office politics to your advantage. How do I convince the management that I'm the right candidate? I am due for promotion. I can take up more responsibilities. That is the wrong question. It's very difficult to convince people. But I can teach you how do you influence the management, because influence is a learnable skill. Do I need to quit my job? Somebody asked me that. Sometimes not. Most of the time, you don't need to quit your job. The opportunities are right there. But if you need to quit your job, we will analyze and I'll give you the red flags that you need to check out for if you want to. Is it possible for me Yes, it is possible for you. You saw it worked for Alexander, it worked for me, it worked for Jane, it can equally work for you. So I want you to say this with a lot of conviction. It is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced than you. I want you to repeat this after me. We say it together with a lot of conviction. If you can say it out loud wherever you are, go ahead. If not, say it quietly, but with a lot of conviction that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. Right? Before I go to secret number 2, are we together so far? If you're good, let me know. Just say in the chat, yes, we are good. Let's keep going. We are good. Let's keep going. We're good. Let's keep going. Frida, I can see your question. Hey, Daniel, I don't have a job. I am really looking for a job opportunity, entry-level sales marketing. Don't worry. I'll show you how to get those jobs, Frida. Dishan is saying, hey, Daniel, hey, Mr. Mutuku, I kind of got a job today with Platinum as a financial officer, loan officer, but I'm not ready in interacting with people. I don't know if I can take it. Please help. Here's the secret. Yeah. Accept the offer, figure it out later. Learn how to do it. I tell you, this life is difficult. You get an opportunity and you want to let it go because you don't know how to do it. You're dreaming, man. Pick up the opportunity, learn how to do it. That is my advice to you. I can see Peter saying we are good to go. David, we are good. Frida, thank you. Huale, keep going. Janet, I don't have a job till now. Then you will learn how to get a job. Don't worry, yeah? Thank you very much for the feedback. How do you negotiate a 6-figure salary even without a degree? How do you negotiate? Now, when I was planning for this session, I came around this study that says that 84% of salary negotiations always result to a higher pay. I said, this is good news. That means if you try to negotiate a higher salary, chances of you getting it is very high. But again, the next statistic almost depressed me, that only 14% of employees negotiate salary in their current job. People leave salary negotiation only when you're going to another job somewhere. You need even to start negotiating even in your current job. Anyone who is confident enough to try usually do what? Succeed. And this is very important. But confidence is the start of the journey. But I want to give you some 3 quick tips on how you can use that confidence and get even better results. Tip number 1, and it must sound very simple. When you're going to negotiate for that salary, you need to know how much you want to get before you start negotiating. You need to know the salary that you want. You will be amazed at how many people come and tell me they need a salary raise. And I ask them, how much do you want? And they tell me, I want more. And I ask, what is more? Right now, you're earning 50,000. I give you 50,000 and a shilling on top. Isn't that more? No, you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. You need to have the figure. Is it 150? Is it 270? Is it 300,000? And this figure should not just be an arbitrary figure. It should be based on your worth. It should be based on your value. So the big question is, do you know your value? Do you know your worth? Once you know your worth and your value, then the next step in the next tip is to make sure that the company realizes your value. Because if the only argument you're going to say, I've been here for the last 10 years, I need a pay raise, you are a liability, not an asset. Make them realize you're worthwhile. What is your meaningful contribution? What do they stand to miss if you leave that company? Because value-based conversation brings more results. And finally, you should be able to have just comparables to justify your salary. The big question is, do you know how much someone like you, with experience like you, with skills like you, and qualifications like you, in an industry that you're in, how much should someone be paid? Because if we don't have these comparables, it becomes very difficult to justify. And I'll share where you can get these comparables. How do you take a look at this email? This is an email from Julius. Julius sent me an email saying, greetings this evening. I am writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after I used your reviewed CV. I am glad that I have landed 2 jobs. I have taken the one I preferred and I'm working towards completing my course M&E. That is a course that we offer monitor evaluation. Career Point Solutions, you are the best. Here's another email from Lawrence. He told me, I'm happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours. Within a span of 1 week, I attended all the interviews. And fortunate enough, I secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely and professionally declined the other 2. Thanks a great deal, and please convey my gratitude to your team. So I want to ask you a question. If you had 2, 3, or 4 jobs, and you have to pick one and let go the other, what will you use to decide? Which criteria will you use and say, I'll go to job A and let go job B? In a phrase or 2, drop that in the chat. Then we can be able to see. If you're frank, I will say you're frank. If you're just being modest, I'll say you're modest. I want you to be very, 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 very frank. Yeah. Mary, you're saying following keenly. Thank you. You had 2 jobs, 3 jobs offer. You have to pick one and let go the other. Mary, what will you use to decide which one you will pick and which one you will not pick? Oh, following down here on YouTube, I can see Saranjeri still there. William saying 1. Okay. I think that was the other question. Paul, you're saying you're good to go. Thank you very much. Oh, Lens at Nyango, you are very honest. Now, the first person to be very frank, you will use salary plus work-life balance. And actually, those 2 things are almost in my next slide. Thank you very much. Most people decide based on their salary, and there's nothing wrong with that. Deciding based on your salary. Others, what will you use to decide? I can see we still have more people here. Yeah. I want us to engage. Peter, you're saying, of course, number 1 will be salary, starting salary. I like that. Yes, we are here to talk about the money. And I'll show you how you get that. Yeah. Who else is here with us? I can see more people have joined us as we continue. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Karibu Sana. There's Jonathan. There's Ted. There's Taurus. There's several people who are here. So if you're having a challenge with the audio, I think I need to post here. Peter, you're saying, of course, salary. Geoffrey's job security, then salary. Actually, job security has to do with salary because you want to be sure you will be there so that you can earn more, right? Faye, you're saying, what if I don't know which kind of job I can do? We can do a session and figure that out. David, you will choose based on the salary, interest plus salary of the work. Mary, salary, thank you. Joanne, length of contract and salary. Okay, good. I look at Mr. Huale. I will look at only at the work that I dream to work if I know the job category. Okay, thank you. If you're having challenges with audio, there is the link to the YouTube, yeah? But let me tell you this, after research was done, it was shown that a big majority of people decide which job they want based on their salary. And there's nothing wrong with that. 49% based their decision to move to new jobs based on compensation. 33% is about personal development, and 29% better work-life balance. And somebody had already mentioned that. So there's nothing wrong to move because of the money. Yeah. Frida, you talk about stability of the company in terms of job security. So you want to be paid for longer. You're sure. Janet, I'll pick which salary at least. Yeah, based on salary. Thank you. So I want to say this. It is possible to negotiate for a salary, for a higher salary and get it. Very, very, very possible. Are we okay? Probably these are some of the questions you have. I asked you for some questions. People ask me, how do you network with the right people? 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networks. Yes, through networking. So it is very important for you to start knowing how to network with the right people. And I'll introduce you to a group of high net worth individuals who will give you these jobs. These jobs are never advertised. And it's not about corruption. It is about knowing people. Because let me tell you, if I need, I don't know, customer care person, and I advertise, I can get very good CVs coming through an application. But then a friend of mine comes and tells me, I have this friend of mine. I know this person. They are good. They can work. Chances of me taking this person's recommendation because he's my good friend is very high than just hiring a stranger. So you need to learn how to network. Probably you're asking, what matters most? Is it experience or qualification? I can tell you neither of this. It is what you have that works. If you have the experience, use it to your advantage. If you have the qualification, use it to your advantage. People who ask such a question, They are asking this from a scarcity mentality. They want to blame. If they have the answer, I tell you it is experience, they will say, yeah, I need it because I don't have experience, I'm not getting a job. If I say it is qualification, oh, I don't, you are looking for an excuse. No, whichever you have, use it. Neither. How do I balance work and personal life? Somebody said, yeah. Once you start to get these high-paying jobs, more will be demanded from you. And you need to learn, how do I balance work and life? Very important. Am I too young? Am I too old to get these jobs? No. If you're young, use it to your advantage. If you're old, use it to your advantage. I've had this question so many times. Someone say, oh, I think I'm too young, that's why I'm not getting this job. The same breath, someone comes in and tells me, oh, I think I'm too old. Are you sure my age is not a hindrance? I'm here to tell you, age is nothing. It is how you present it. If you're young, use it to your advantage. You can present it as a positive. If you're old, you can use it as a positive. Take a look at this email here I got from Bilshan telling me, thanks, I recently landed my first consultancy with Apu Kenya after heeding to your well laid out youth-friendly advice. This is a gentleman who's older than me, but he followed my advice. It doesn't matter how old I am, older to him or younger, but did he get the results? Yes, it is the results that matter, not the age. How do I measure, track, and evaluate my progress? It is so sad when I see people 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, only for them to realize I took the wrong career path. You need to have the tools to measure, track, and evaluate your progress. And I'll share with you the tools in a short while. Somebody asked, how do I fix myself in the succession plan? This is a very good question because, yes, some companies have succession plan. So what do? You influence your way into the succession plan. What are the figures? What are the qualities of a person who is worth 6 figures? That is the next thing. Actually, BADAS is an acronym. BADASS. Those are the qualities, and I'll let you know what they are. Somebody asked me, how do I get started? Thank you for asking. I'm about to share with you how you get started right now. Before I do that, I have one question for you. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe you can get to that 6-figure salary? If so, say yes in the chat. If I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe that you can get to that 6-figure salary? If so, say yes in the chat. I'll be waiting. Thank you very much. Peter, you're saying probably yes. David, yes. Abigail, yes. Frida, yes. Ah, they're coming in. Even if you're on YouTube, just let me know. Say yes. Lance saying yes. Joanne, yes. Thank you. Definitely, Mr. Walla. Geoffrey saying yes. I like this. William on YouTube, you're saying yes. Thank you. And that is what I want to show you right now. Is it okay? Because of time, Mary, thank you very much for saying yes. Ted saying yes. Jeffrey, yes. I want to take about 10 minutes or so to share with you about this program called BADAS and how it can be able to help you to get to that 6-figure salary. So I want to ask for your permission. Is it okay for me to take about 10 minutes, talk to you about the BADAS program? I define my own destiny and how this program can be able to help you to get to that 6-figure salary. If so, say yes in the chat or say go ahead, tell us about it so that we can be able to proceed. I can see Sylvester saying, you're good to go. Thank you for the permission. Geoffrey saying, yes, I can talk about it. I have to take only 10 minutes, talk about the BADAS Pro. Then I'll be able to answer all your questions. I'm trying to rush very quickly because of time and also because we have a blackout. I think you can see even the light that I'm using is getting dimmer and dimmer. Yes, thank you very much for giving the Frida. Go ahead. Mary, permission granted. Wale, go ahead. Dishon saying sure. William saying it's okay on YouTube. Thank you very much. So let me go through this very quickly and I can be able to answer. Tarus, yes, go ahead. Thank you. Now, BADAS is an acronym and I'm very proud when I say I am a BADAS Pro. You know why? BADAS stands for B, stands for bold. Someone who's bold, courageous, audacious. They will do what needs to be done to get the job done. An individual who is authentic to themselves, to their skills, they know what they are capable of. An individual who is driven, they don't need to be supervised or constant supervision. They have the inner motivation. An individual who is aggressive, they will go and grab what is theirs, what they believe to be theirs. Nothing will be given to you on a silver platter. You need to be aggressive and assertive at the same time. An individual who is skilled. Remember that question, is it experience or qualification really matter? None. It is the skills that matter. You can get your skills from qualifications, you can get your skills from experience, but it is the skill that really matters. And finally, an individual who is self-assured. They are confident of themselves. These are the qualities of an individual who is worth six figures. And when you join the program, you become that confident but not cocky individual. A very, yes, you might be quiet, but not silent. You take 100% responsibility of your life and you define your own future. Today, if you decide to join the Badass Pro program, what are you going to get? Number one, you're going to get a 6 weeks coaching program. And the value of this program is about 100,000. I'm not saying that is the cost that I'm charging for the program, but the value you get out of it is 100,000. The 6 weeks coaching, week number one, we will go through how to get started. We'll identify where you start this journey. Week two, we'll look at you get to know your worth. Remember, we said you need to know your worth. How much should you be paid, like right now? Once we identify the baseline, then we can start adding more value to you and going up. Week three, we'll look at how you can be able to build confidence and competence, because these two go hand in hand. The more confident you are, the more competent you will be. The more competent you are, the more confidence you have. I heard of this quote, yeah, saying, in this race of life, without confidence, you're defeated twice. Week three, we look at how do you master communication, influence, and networking. Remember, the networking, 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networking. Week five, I will give you the tools to track and evaluate your progress. And week six, based on your case, how do you negotiate for that six-figure salary? That is what I will be giving you. So if you join the Badass Pro program, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program, I'll give you one of our professional certification courses. We have 4 of them: project management, project monitoring evaluation, strategic management and leadership, fundraising and resource mobilization. So you pick one of these certification. The other thing, you get the 6 weeks coaching, you get professional certification, you also get professional CV writing. And let me emphasize when it comes to professional CV. This is what has made those people to get their jobs. Most of us have CVs, which is just a bunch of facts and figures, where you went to school, where you were born, or your date of birth, where you have worked, your responsibilities, and maybe your referees. But that doesn't really make sense to the employer. On the other hand, a professional CV is a document that you use to market yourself. Think about the company that has a product or a service. They use newspaper, billboard, TV, radio to advertise. But you and me don't have the luxury of putting a billboard about ourselves. So we use our CVs, and we need to be very clear what is it that we are selling. We are selling our skills, our capabilities, our qualification, and experience to the employer. From a very famous research, it takes about 6 seconds for a hiring manager to decide if they're going to read through your CV or not. I want you to take a look at this CV and tell me, within 6 seconds, can you figure out what this person can do? Daniel Mutuku, Kenyan, married, yeah, date of birth, ID, well, nothing. You can't gather what this person can do from this. And this is what is called above the fold, what you just see before scrolling. We give him a benefit of doubt. We scroll down to look at his career objectives. Now, I want you to think, I've picked several career objectives, and I want you to look at them very clearly and ask yourself, do my CV objectives resemble the ones that I'm about to show you, both in tone and style, or even word for word? I've seen this so many times. I am seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. This is a very selfish statement. You're telling the employer what you want to gain from them rather than what you're bringing on board. Get your thinking right. I see this one also very often. I seek challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skills for the success of organization. Good word, but you're not saying anything. I want to succeed in a stimulus, challenging environment that will provide me with advancement opportunity. Again, being selfish. I want to excel in this field and hard work perseveres. You're not saying anything. But as a matter of fact, you can just copy any of this statement from somebody's CV and to your CV and it look as if you're the one who wrote. There's nothing unique about it to you. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, You will get a professional CV as professional certification. You get one professional CV writing. You get also sample cover letters. So right now, the worth you're getting from the program is about 205,000. A professional sample cover letter is a cover letter that is an application letter that is highly matched to a certain position. Take a look at this. This is a job description for an accountant. If you're to work in this organization, some of the responsibilities that you'll have will be to review and establish proper accounting systems, support budgeting and focusing activities, liaising with internal and external auditors. If this job description fits you, somewhere in your cover letter, you should have a statement like this. I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting systems. In my previous employment at ABC, I was involved in liaising with internal and external auditors. That should come out very clearly. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you get professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide. Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, in this day and age, you cannot afford not to have an optimized LinkedIn profile, because this is where the employers are looking you up, the hiring managers, the headhunters. And unlike your CV, which is in your flash disk, in your computer, in your email, a LinkedIn profile is a living CV. It is working for you even when you're asleep. Take a look at this. And it's not only once. She Salib told me, Daniel, I would like to thank you for the LinkedIn profile guide service. After your guidance on how to make my LinkedIn account look more professional, I have now been approached by a potential employer, and I'm due for an interview on Wednesday next week. This guy was not looking for a job. The job was looking for him. And because he had a very good profile on LinkedIn, he got contacted. Take a look at this. This is Rosaline. This happened this year in March, and I got in touch with her. 1 week, she says, on 13th March 2011, I posted my very first LinkedIn post to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head up high. Got called for interviews almost every day last week, and this yielded me a job. Yes, guys, I have a job now. Less than a week, got so many interviews. So you cannot underestimate the power of LinkedIn. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you get a professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. It is important for you to know how to answer questions in an interview. 99.99% of the interviews will be asked, tell us about yourself. And how you answer this question will set the pace for the rest of the interview. Other questions that you expect, how much should we pay you? Why are you leaving your previous job? What makes you the best candidate? Why should we hire you? And we will coach you on how to answer all these questions. So right now, what I'm saying, if you join this program, the Badass Pro, you'll get the 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. So the total value you're getting is about 210 in value. Not that is what it's going to cost you. So my big question is, now that you know what is being a Badass Pro, are you ready to be a Badass Pro? If you're ready, say, yes, I'm ready in the chat. Are you ready to be a Badass Pro? That bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured individual. I can see David was saying, go ahead, Elizabeth. Oh, yes. Lance is saying, yes, I'm ready. Peter is ready to be a Badass Pro. Good. Who else is ready to be a Badass Pro? Also, if you're ready and you're together with me on YouTube, just type in yes. I can see Wale say, yes, I'm ready. Janet, yes, I'm ready too. Oh, Janet, okay, there's Mary Kenya. Yes, she's ready to be a Badass Pro. Luchiri Peter, I can see yes. Who else is ready to be a Badass Pro? Geoffrey, yes. Okay, this is good. This is good. I can see people are ready to become a Badass Pro. Okay, I think I missed something here. Geoffrey is saying yes. Good. So let me show you how to be a Badass Pro. When I was preparing for this program, I had two choices. Number one was to go as cheap as possible so that I can get as many people as possible. And this looked like a very viable option. or I was trying to find out how much should I charge for this program. And the second option that I had was to ask for a slightly higher investment and dedicate more time and effort to guarantee your success. So out of these two choices, I actually ended up with picking the second one. And this program is only going to cost you 24,999, and you can pay in 3 easy monthly installments of 9,999, and you get the 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. And wait a minute, absolute no excuse for you not to take this offer, because there is a 100% money back guarantee. If within the first 30 days you don't get exactly what I've said you will get, let me know. I will send you your money back 100%, no question asked. So right now you have two choices. The first choice that you have is to do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk free. And the second option you have is to be open minded. Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. So, out of these two choices, what is going to be easy for you? Don't drop that in the chat, just have it at the back of your mind. Research has it that it takes about 24 hours. So, let me tell you, you have learned a ton right now. You have the next 24 hours to take action. If you don't take any action between now and tomorrow at 8:20, chances of you taking action thereafter goes almost zero. And taking action does not necessarily mean that you're paying for the program. Just thinking about your CV, how to answer questions, look at your LinkedIn, how does it look? You need to take some action within the next 24 hours. And in this world and in this webinar right here with me, we have two types of people. The first type of people are those who get an opportunity to change their lives, and they see that this opportunity is applicable in their lives, and guess what? They still do nothing. And the second type of people are those who take action and define their own futures. Between these two types of people, which type are you? Don't put it in the chat, just have that answer at the back of your head. So if you want to get in touch with me, my email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke. You want to learn more about the Badass World program, go to careerpoint.co.ke/badass. So I want to answer any questions that you might have. Whoa, wait. I have one more thing to say. If you take this, I have a special offer for those people who take action between now and 9 p.m. I know I said we are going to end this session at 9. We might end it earlier than 9 because my power is really going low on my laptop. Yeah. But if you pay between now and 9, you will get the 6 weeks coaching. You will get the 4 certifications. Yes. So you join the Badass Pro program, all that value. You also get the 4 certification, that is project management, project monitor evaluation, strategic management and leadership, fundraising and resource mobilization. You get all of them. And on top of that, I will also give you a notebook. Where is my notebook? Yes, you'll get a notebook saying that you are a Badass Pro. On top of the notebook, actually, let me stop sharing here so that you can see me clearly. Hope you can pin me. You will get a notebook saying you are a Badass Pro. On top of the notebook, you will also get a t-shirt saying that you are a Badass Pro. These are people like you who decided to take action on an evening like this when I gave this opportunity. This is Helen all the way in Matu, Eunice in Bungoma. This is Scholastica in Kikuyu. This is Winfred in Kiambu. Hopefully I can, yeah, this is Clara all the way in Nairobi West, Willie in Gara, Eunice in Kitui, Francis in Mombasa, and many more people have joined. So take this opportunity. All you need to do is make at least the first installment. That is 9,999. Go to Lipa na M-Pesa, till number 715732. And guess what? You get the 6 weeks coaching, all the 4 certification. If you pay thereafter, this offer is open until Sunday because we are starting off the program on Monday. Yeah. I know we had started this Monday, but we said, yeah, let us extend it. I want you to take advantage of this before Sunday. If you pay thereafter, you'll get only 1 certification. If you pay now, you get all the 4. So So if you have any question, I also want to know. Anyone with any question, once you make payment, let me know. Just drop it in the chat and say yes. I know Luchiri, we had talked with you. You're following me on YouTube. We had agreed that you can make the deposit and we get started. So that is ours is locked, our locked deal. So we are still in communication, right, Luchiri? If anyone has any question, let me know in the chat. If you make the payment, just let me know. Say, yes, I've made the payment. I'll make arrangements. You get your notebook. I'll make your arrangements. You also get your t-shirt, and we set up your learning account right away. Great. Let me say this as I proceed. Yeah. The best investment you can ever make is to invest in yourself. This is a quote from Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world. And he recognizes that the best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. It is said, for every shilling you invest in yourself today, it will give you 30 shillings in return over time. That is a 3,000% return on investment. Where else will you get a 3,000% return on investment? Stock exchange? Real estate? No, you can't get that. That can only be found when you invest in yourself. I learned of this rule called the 10-10 rule from Brian Tracy. And it says, we have been brought in a society where we take 10% of our income and tithe it. We use it to help other people. I put it to you, why not take another 10% of your income and invest it in yourself? Use it to help yourself, because that is where you get the highest return on investment. So this is an opportunity for you to invest in yourself. Get the 6 weeks coaching, get the 4 certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, link and interview coaching. All you just need to do, make the first deposit, 9,999 through the till number 715732 right away. If you have any question, let me know in the chat. If you make the payment, let me know. I can see Peter is saying, can I start with a low amount of 500 and then continue paying as time goes, since I have no job or any source of cash per now? Thank you, Peter, for your question. And I like this because this is one of the things that I teach about negotiation. You might not have the money, but you say, this is where I'm starting. This is what I'm doing. I want to commit. And I like the Peter that you want to commit. Let me tell you of a story. Last year, there's a lady who told me, I am committed to do this program. I'm going to put in 2,000 every week or every 2 weeks? She did 2,000. We stayed with her for the program for 6 months. By the time she was finishing the 6th month, she had already gotten the job that she wanted. And she just cleared the rest. So it's about that commitment. And Peter, I really like that. For you, not for everyone else, for you, make that deposit. I will secure for you all the 4 certifications, all these courses, and I will coach you. And I'm sure by the time you're getting a job, you'll just clear the balance wherever you will be at. Peter, thank you for that. Go that, make that commitment, get my number, we will talk. Lance, can you connect one to potential employers or share the opportunities? So we do share a lot of opportunities on our website. Some, when we are doing recruitment, guess what? We take our students first. If you have been a coaching client of ours, if you have been a student doing something, we will take you first. So yes, Lance, that is something that is possible. Thank God the power is back. Hopefully you can see me much better. I don't know, but I think the power is back. But we have been on and we will still continue going on. So if you have any questions, let me know. Let me switch to YouTube. I don't know if there's someone with any question on YouTube. Just post it in the chat. I can see. Thank you, Deborah Modoni. You're saying yes, you're joining us on YouTube. There's Lochiri, you've been here with us throughout. Thank you very much. I don't see, if you have any question, also post it there. We can be able to progress. Okay, you want my number? Send me. Okay, let me give you my number. I can actually put it. If you want to get in touch with me, 0732. Yeah, that is my number, everyone. I can see Monica say, thank you for your time. Okay, the session is not yet over, Monica. There's still a lot I want to teach you. Now that power is back, I am not in a hurry, but I had several slides and I don't want to just let them go without me teaching you. So Monica, still hang on in there. Don't leave yet, yeah? So that is it. Badass Pro, you define your own destiny. Now, I want to ask you, how would you feel when you are passed on a promotion because you did not have the right skills? Do you know how many times I've seen this happen? And you keep on saying, oh, they are picking on me. Oh, this organization just is favorism. It is nepotism. Do you know how bad it feels? It's because you don't have the right skills. How would it feel if the person next to you gets that big break because they understood networking and you didn't? It is not the best feeling. But on the other hand, how would you feel at time like this next year? You're debt free, you're living in your dream home, and you're planning your next vacation. This is only possible if you decide to take action tonight, now. The universe conspires to make dreams come true to those who take action. As the eagle flies on high skies, as the lion being the king of the jungle, unless it goes out and hunts, it will die of hunger. It needs to take action. And that's why I want you to take action this evening. Go ahead, make that deposit and drop in the chat. Say, yes, I have paid. It's only 9,999. 715732. Than this. Thank you very much. I'm being told who. Yeah. Okay, good. Lucy has made the payment. Thank you very much, Lucy. You joined the list. You get all the 4 certification. My team here is telling me, yes. Once you send it, it comes to the till number. We're told, yes, it is coming in. And we are grateful for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I can see there's a question here. Peter, what is the account? So it is not a till, it's not a pay bill, it's a till number. So you just go to Lipa na M-Pesa, buy goods and services, enter the till number, and then you put in the amount. So pay bill needs an account. This one does not have an account number. That's okay, Peter? Thank you for that. Hopefully I clarify. I learned this from Warren Buffett. No, this is Jim Rohn. He said, don't evaluate something based on the cost. Evaluate something based on what it is worth. How much does it cost to buy the book? No. How much will it cost me if I don't buy that book? How much will it cost me to join the program, the coaching? It is 24,990. What will it cost you if you don't join the coaching? Evaluate something based on what it is worth. I know you guys have big goals, right? You have big goals to get those big dreams, big jobs, and 6-figure salary. I want to tell you this evening, let the size of your goal be equal to the size of the investment. How much are you investing in yourself? Because the size of the goal, if you will achieve it. Thank you very much. I can see, Peter, you're saying you've already made the payment. I like this attitude. I like that enthusiasm. We'll keep in touch. We will talk more. Yeah, I like that. 6 weeks coaching for you, 4 certifications, CV writing, sample cover letter, LinkedIn, all that. We're just making that commitment. Some people will tell me, oh, the E to E ratio. It is education versus entertainment. And it is said that the top 5%, the most successful individuals in the world, and only 5% in entertainment, while the majority, the mediocre, take 95% of the time in entertainment and only 5% in education. So you need to start investing in your education. That is where you'll get the most returns, as we are saying. And how do you get, where do you get that time? You need to be very, very purposeful with your time. Let me just give you some very quick example. Create a morning and evening routine. Do you know, if you say, I will just wake up 10 minutes earlier than I usually wake up, and then I will consume something positive. I'll do the course. I will read a book. Take 10 minutes before you sleep. That is only 20 minutes in a day. Do you know in an year how much time you will have created for yourself? That is over 700 minutes. Actually, not 700, 7,000, almost 10 hours, or I don't know. Do the maths. Use commuting time actively. In Nairobi here, it is said that it takes about, people spend 2 hours in traffic per day on average. 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. Take 2 hours times 250 working days, Monday to Friday. That is over 500 hours spent on commute time. Decide maybe you arrive a little bit earlier before work or after work and spend 30 minutes on your personal development. You create the time for yourself, and that is where you will get the highest leverage. I heard of someone saying, yes, we go to work 8 to 5. That will earn us our living, but what you do between 5 and 8 will earn you a lifetime experience. Invest in yourself. Use that time to do the 6 weeks coaching, 4 certifications, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching, LinkedIn. You only need to make that deposit of 9,999 through the till number 715732. Okay, I want to pause here and see, is there anyone with any question? Phyllis, let the size of your goal be equal to the size of your investment. This is the, yes, yes. I like that you get it. So let me ask this question, yeah? So far, we have learned a lot. What is the one key takeaway that you have gotten from the session? I think, Phyllis, you have started us off, yeah? Your takeaway is that the size of your goal, let the size of your goal be equal to the size of your investment. I like that, yeah? So what have you gotten from the session so far? Let me check on LinkedIn. Not LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. People are still following. I think we are good. What is your greatest takeaway? I think I am coming to an end of this session, so I want you to tell me what is your takeaway. If you're feeling fearful, you're not sure if you should take this investment in yourself, I want to tell you this. You will never be 100% ready for any opportunity when it arises. So what you just need to do is just do it. Just do it. You will never be ready. You'll say, oh, you didn't tell us this in advance. I am not ready. You will never be 100% ready. I've never been 100%, but I've taken some risks. I've done some things. I just did it. When you're feeling that fear, when you're largest fear carries your greatest growth. That is when growth takes place. Growth does not take place when you are in your comfort zone, when you have everything figured out. Growth only takes place when you have that fear. You're not so sure. Should I invest? Will I mess it up? Will I regret it? That is just to tell you that is where the opportunity is. Look at this. We learn. You will never learn when you're in your comfort zone. You will never gain anything beyond your comfort zone. Comfort zone, this is where you feel safe. There's low risk and low reward. Beyond the comfort zone is the fear zone, where you have less confidence. You are finding excuses why you should say, oh, I shouldn't take it. You are affected by other people's opinion. What will they say about me? Will they say I did the wrong decision? But only when you go past the fear zone does growth start taking place. You go to the learning zone. You face up these challenges. You find ways of solving problems. You acquire these new skills. You extend your comfort zone, and guess what? That is the only time you grow. So if you're there and you're not sure, I want to tell you this is an opportunity for you to go past the fear zone. Don't stay in that comfort zone. No growth will ever take place there. I want you to take the chance right now to go beyond that fear zone to start learning. Only deposit 9,999 through the till number 715732. You get the 6 weeks coaching, the 4 certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. I think that is it. I have nothing else to say. I've given myself out there. Thank you, Peter. You're saying I can. It can be done. A degree or master's is not a guarantee to get a job. One is after. Thank you. I want you to tell me what is your key takeaway, and then we close it. I don't want actually to go beyond that. Um, Felista, thank you for joining us. Frida, you have been with us. What is your key takeaway? I want to read those and then I close it. Geoffrey, what is your key takeaway? Haji Juma Karibu Sana. Janet, you have been with us from the beginning. So, Jemima, you have also been here with us. I want you just to type in what is your key takeaway? I want to believe I've not wasted my 1 hour here chatting and talking to you. And I also want to believe you haven't wasted your 1 hour listening to me. I want you to type in the chat what is your key takeaway. Once we read them out, we can finish. Lance, thank you very much. You have been here, by the way, throughout. What is your key takeaway? Mary, you have been here. Your key takeaway. Lucy and Peter, you are among the people who have taken action. I really appreciate that. Felix Shadi, let me know what's your greatest takeaway. Felix, I like the fact that you said the size of the goal should be the size of your investment. Yeah, I like that. Thank you. Yeah, I can see a few of us. So let's take a few minutes, type that out. I will read it out and we can be able to call it a day. Right? And as you do that, yeah, this is how the certificate looks like. I know somebody asked me, how will the certificate look like? So the thing is, you will have your name right there saying this is to certify that your name, you have been evaluated, assessed for demonstrated knowledge and skills to monitor and evaluate projects, use results-based management, and has been awarded a certificate in monitoring and evaluation. Wouldn't that be lovely to have your name right there? Yeah. I see time is going. People are not commenting. I don't know what is your key takeaway. If you don't have any key takeaway, just let me know, and then we can be able to close it and call it a day. Thank you very much, Geoffrey. You're also saying your takeaway is the size of my goal should be equal to the size of my investment. I feel fulfilled. I feel like, yes, I've done my job. If that is your key takeaway, I'm happy. Make sure you make use of it. Don't let it go to waste. And you need to start thinking about how do I invest in myself. Any other key takeaway? Frida, you have been here with us. Janet, you have been here. Jemima, Mary, Lance, Anyango. I can see Saliwin Gure has joined us, but unfortunately we are closing. I'm waiting for one comment to read through, and then I call it a day. I'm just waiting for one comment. Also on YouTube, Paul, are you still there? Luchuri, let me know your takeaway from this session. I'm just waiting for one more comment and we close it. And actually, if a minute goes without getting, I can still close it. I know I rushed it earlier because, yeah, we had a blackout. I wasn't sure how long it will last, but yeah, we still have time. I want to close it up. Anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. Peter, Lucy, you're in for a ride of your lifetime. I will change your life, hopefully. And next time, you will be the guys I will be putting here your testimonials to be. I'm really grateful. Oh, now they're coming. Lance, you're saying, I know I should know my value and your worth. Yes, that is the greatest privilege when it comes to getting a job and negotiating your salary. Frida, you're saying, Pada strategy is all what I need. Thank you for the education, educating us about this. I'm coming out bold. Thank you. Great takeaway. And until next time, about. Thank you very much. Oh, I can still see. Oh, Mo, thank you, Janet. You're saying thanks, Daniel, for teaching us about the six figure. I appreciate. Lance, great session. Oh, I need to close this here.